We'll compile the top 10 in around 10 minutes from now. Mike Ramsey's just come into the studio. Morning, Mike. How are you?
Morning, Paul.
Sandwich man or not?
Absolutely. BLT.
BLT.
Plenty of cheese on it.
Get in there. A bit of a BLT. Well, I'm not sure what's in this one. We had the guy in from Swivels this morning. Mike's from DMC Software Solutions, by the way. You're a managing director.
Yes, so I'm told. Yes.
I'm not sure this sandwich befits your status, but look at the egg dripping out of that.
Yeah, fantastic heart attack medicine.
Bacon. That is, I might have that in a bit. Put it in the microwave.
Yeah, don't blame you.
We didn't come talk about sandwiches, did you? We're constantly told, aren't we? And my wife has a business as well, and I know all about recessions and things. I think we've been in one for probably about a year, if we're all honest. Yeah. Especially small businesses. Today, the government's supposedly going to announce some help.
Right.
I think it's a little bit too late myself, but there you go. But whilst most small businesses have been struggling, you work for DMC Software in Lynchwood, and you're thriving, aren't you?
Yeah, we are at the moment.
What's the secret then?
I think basically we haven't given in. A lot of the people that I speak to sort of say, oh, doom, despondency, there's a recession on. And they sort of lie down and say, oh, we'll have to cut back. But I've gone the other way. I've sort of increased my marketing spend. I've increased my sales spend. And we really want to do it. We want to go out there and do it.
Isn't this the Richard Branson method? Isn't this what he did?
I don't think I compare myself to Richard Branson.
You've not got the hair for a start.
No, but I'm better looking.
Of course you are. So you're spending your way out of a recession, or trying to?
Well, yeah, carefully, prudently. I hate to use the word prudently because somebody else uses that, but we are prudently spending our way out of it. I mean, you've just got to go out there and get the business. There's plenty out there. You've got to take it off somebody else, really, haven't you?
Yeah. Is it just the fact that perhaps software is still a booming business? People are still needing it, still buying it?
It's a very, very, very competitive business. It is not an easy business. I can assure you of that. It's very competitive. There's a lot of people out there doing it.
What do you offer? What do you do?
We do Sage software, Microsoft software, and what we do is we actually sell the product and we'll customise it, develop it, we'll train, we'll support it, we'll do the whole lot. We've got about 50 people in Lynchwood doing that.
That's quite an extensive business, isn't it?
It's a nice wage bill to pay every month.
You're well dressed, though. I should think that
Absolutely.
The Bentley's out the front, is it?
No, I drive a Merc, actually.
Well, it's nice to see somebody doing well. But I mean, if you're, say you were in retail listening to this morning, say you were in a service industry listening to this morning, people are not going out, people are not spending money. How do you can't spend your way out of a recession in that sort of business,
No,
can you?
you can't. But you see, I think the knack of it is to actually diversify. So if you're in retail selling widgets, then sell golden widgets or do something completely different, if that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
You can't just stick to one product. Products move around all over the economy, and you've got to literally find something else to do within your space. And we do a lot of that as well. We do software as a service. We do Total Care IT, we do the whole lot. So it's up to them, really.
What should consumers do in a recession? Should they try and spend more?
No, they shouldn't spend more. One thing I didn't say, Paul, was that I have no borrowed money. I learnt this in the 89, 92 recession. I got caught literally with my trousers down. Well, not literally, but you know what I mean.
I never saw you in the ET.
No. And whoops.
Don't worry about it.
That's
We'll
right.
fix it later.
Not in the place.
You can come round and fix it.
You can't lend people money that can't pay it back. You really can't. You can't spend money that you haven't got.
Good advice for the banks, perhaps, then.
I think it's very good advice for the banks, and I think in 92 I would blame, I'm not going to mention the name, a certain high street bank for throwing money at me 1 minute and then taking it away the next minute.
And that's what they're doing with small businesses right now, isn't it? They're taking away overdrafts and forcing businesses into loans that they can't perhaps afford and things like that.
Well, thank God I haven't got an overdraft, but from what I hear from friends and colleagues, various colleagues, yes, that is absolutely right. That's typical, though, isn't it?
So the government is going to roll out a couple of helping hands today, perhaps. They're promising £350 million to help small firms retrain. I mean, that's not going to get businesses going,
That's not going to get businesses going at all. I mean, I spent £50,000 on training last year, and I couldn't get a penny. And there will be some catch, no doubt, that unless you're making matchsticks or widgets, you won't be able to get it. You won't be able to get that grant.
Yeah.
So it probably won't apply to companies like us in the first place. Or you've got to, I don't know, ridiculous, really.
How long are we in trouble for? How long are we going to be enduring this recession? And is there any glimmer of hope for people listening this morning? We don't want to be all doom and gloom. I mean, you're not doom and gloom,
I'm
are you?
not doom and gloomy. I think by the end of next year we'll be coming out of it. I really do. I can't see it going on and on and on. Hopefully, the last one went on for about 5 years, and that was extremely painful. I don't think this one will be as long. I don't think the government can afford to let it happen. You know,
are you happy with the way the government's spending billions and billions and billions? I mean, you just mentioned the fact, don't borrow money you can't afford to pay back. When are we going to pay all this back?
Well, I don't know. Is it prudent? And I use the word prudent. I don't think it is prudent, frankly.
No. Perhaps, who knows? Perhaps he won't be making the decisions very shortly. But listen, I'm glad you're doing well, Mike. Anyway,
thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in and
giving
us a few nuggets this morning. It's quite nice to listen to somebody that's got a bit of sense to talk for a change. Mike Ramsey from DMC Software Solutions at Lynchwood, defying the recession.
BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.